And that's exactly what I was saying about the E.
God.
He's gonna fall. Oh, that's not what you want to see if you're PEKARA Brawler.
No, the first blood at literally 43 seconds in game. I'll be interested to see if that's the fastest first blood in the tournament, to be honest.
It's got to be, right? That's very fast.
Yeah, that was super quick. They just, rolled in as a 5-man unit. You can see that PEKARA are actually trying to get some vision here. So they've placed a bunch of wards in the bot side so they can tell where mismatch is looking to start.
I think the issue with PEKARA Brawler there is they must not have had their 5 points set up quickly enough. If the Ahri was in lane fast enough, she would have seen them walk into that middle brush, and so maybe the Vi could have lived. She would have had to have insane reaction speed to actually flash that Solar Seed though. So I like that's one of those. I'm glad she didn't waste her flash though. She realized she was dead, and so just saved the summons, which is definitely. And with Poppy taking the first blood as well, there is some silver linings behind it. It could be worse.
Yeah, agreed entirely. If they were able to get that gold onto the Silas, per se, I think that would probably be way worse.
Yeah,
it would make
I
that
think
mid
Ahri
lane
would
way
cry.
harder.
Yeah, I would cry if I was mid lane and I saw a Silas get first blood. So it's understandable that having it on Poppy might not care as much. Obviously, though, it is 1 kill towards the feet, so there is that.
Yeah, for sure.
As well.
And also, they've bought the boots with it, so we'll have to see if they can actually make use of that in the next like 4 to 5 minutes to actually make the money worth something, you know? We've seen Paper Knight is someone who is very roam heavy, so getting those boots on them will probably be useful, but you know, we'll have to see if it actually turns out. For sure. Yeah, landing the zap is really nice, and a couple quick autos gonna make their life here as we go quickly for that replay on the hyper early game action.
We see that maybe the Vi could have flashed that, to be fair. But in all honesty, I wouldn't put too much like drain on her there. I think Ahri maybe should have walked up a little bit further.
Yeah, I agree. But here we have a gank here coming out of the Vi, trying to shut down Perfect Form. Big chunk of damage is going to come out onto the Vi, but I don't think it's going to change much here. If we can land a Rupture, this should be a free kill. We do have Mismatch coming up.
It's not going to matter.
A little too late from the Diana, unfortunately.
Really nice gank from Vi, actually.
Yeah, I've noticed a lot. We can see, if you see the camps, actually, from... oh, okay, never mind. Let's talk about Mismatch maybe catching the Vi out here. Assault and Battery is going to get... Oh, sorry, no. Ballbreaker going to get them to safety. One thing that we didn't talk about in Champ Select... Yeah, one thing we didn't talk about in Champ Select that I think PEKARA Brawler have done excellently is their team play and their ability to have multiple members move to an objective without losing too much on the map has been really good. Like, in some of their wins, especially in the game 2s where they've been more dominant, we see they, you know, we have the mid laner in the jungle communicate and, like, move to bot, make a 4-man happen, or they send 3 members top, and it's like, you can tell the teamwork is really there for them. So I'll be interested to see if that actually impacts this game. Motorola Esports have equally had good teamwork, but
I think that's the main
not
thing
having as many games.
I genuinely do feel as though having good communication amongst your team, being on the same page, is so important. Like we've for instance have played scrims where we focus purely on communication. We don't care if we win, but we want to be on the same page. So seeing these teams do that is really nice. The only thing I would say is that Vi is falling behind a little bit on farm.
Yeah, agreed.
Nothing too substantial, but
yeah, they did take a base there when they got away from the Diana. So Diana's completely cleared and got both of the Scuttle Crabs. Meanwhile, Vi hasn't even finished their first clear. But on the positive side for them, they do have double longswords. So, you know, if they do get into a scuffle at any point in the near future, they will be stronger than the Diana right now. But yeah, just from a pure efficiency perspective, I agree. It's maybe not the cleanest of clears. Vi is definitely a champion where you kind of want to get that ultimate because her ultimate is so high impact, especially 100%. In like 2v2s and 3v3s.
Having a point and click ult in most situations is just insane, especially one that can CC someone and lock them down, followed straight in. I apologize, I don't know the names of abilities like you might, but I'll just say ViQ.
Yeah, her Q is called Vault Breaker, and then the ult is Assault and Battery. And if you ask me any of the others, I don't know because they are not visually interesting. So
well,
you don't have to call them out.
Junglers, right? She's a jungler, so it's
yeah, exactly. Oh, to be fair, I can't name any of Diana's abilities, so I don't know how far that jungler logic goes, but oh damn, literally one of your mains, and you're like, I don't know.
Yeah, nah, I couldn't name Xerath either. I don't know.
Fair enough.
Just that they just
we have
don't
a gang
stay in
coming
my
out
head.
here though. Let's see how. Oh, never mind. Autocam wants to select bot.
Well, to be honest, even there, I think both mid laners are pretty safe in terms of being ganked. Obviously, if the Diana comes in when she's 6 and jumps on Ari's just going to ult away anyway. So we are going to see the Ghost coming out from Jinx, though.
Not much else, though. It looks like we get a couple autos, but it's not going to turn into much.
No, and if you're Motorola there, you'll take that because in my mind, you've just burnt Ghost for relatively nothing.
No, I agree. I think if you're the Poppy there, as soon as you saw the Ghost pop, you're probably like, oh, damn, I'm probably dead here. And then you kind of just get to walk away, which is not too bad. But one thing we didn't really get to see there, because the autocam decided it was unimportant, was the Void Grub fight. So we did see on the minimap, Motorola Esports dedicated 2 members to trying to take the grubs. They got 1 grub, and then PEKARA came in with 3 members and were able to kind of overpower them, take them off it, and they've secured the majority here. They have 2.
I think you'll still take that, though.
Yeah,
denying an objective defeat, regardless of who was favourable. Obviously, no kills went down either, so it just comes down to a neutral objective at the end of the day. But they didn't really have to waste anything. Paper Knight could be in danger here, but he's
low.
Oh, that's a really nice poke from Noiboy and Luke MLG there.
Yeah,
honestly,
for sure.
They're a solid bot lane. Wow,
BRALE and Brian are from. I think he's in danger. Yeah, the Vial. Okay, no, look at the collapse. The collapse here by Motorola Esports. Ultimate from Mismatch.
As well. Ari's getting
god damn.
That's unfortunate.
Yeah, that is super rough there for the side of PEKARA. And Vrail's keeping the chase going here on the Ari.
Yeah, I like that.
Charge of the ultimate. Gonna get out, keep himself safe, but yeah, if we get a quick replay here. So you're right, it looks like Vrail is caught out here. We don't know where any of the other team members are, though. We don't know where Mismatch is. So as we see PEKARA commit 3 to this fight, Flash comes out by the Diana, ultimate's gonna land on 2, and it's kind of just over from that point.
Yeah.
Flash came out by the Sylas as well, though.
I thought, honestly, I hadn't seen Mismatch come in. Which is why I thought Vrail was so scuffed on the Sylas then, just purely because both bot laners had little to no mana, pretty chunked out health bars as well, so I thought that was going to be unfavourable. Mismatch, got to be said there, clutched that fight for them, really nice ult, got the flash off the Vi as well, and this is exactly what we were talking about earlier. The Diana's farmed up, she's level 6 before Vi, really made a difference in that fight.
No, I agree entirely. I think the farm difference there, and also a little bit of the item difference at that point. It looks like Vi has more now, but at that time, I believe she was still on the double longsword. So,
yeah,
you know, just having in the early game, every little bit of stats you can get matters. And so, you know, as we saw there, well, one thing, silver linings, we'll call it, for PEKARA here is there are 2 major flashes down for Motorola. Sylas doesn't have one and Diana doesn't have one. So if they can punish that in the next like 3.5, 4 minutes, we might be able to see them claw the gold lead back a little bit. It's not massive right now, only 1.3k even. But yeah, Ari being super low on mana in this exchange, I don't know if they really want to take that trade.
No, I wouldn't be walking up if I was Ari without mana, because that's exactly what's going to happen. You're going to lose your health bar. She's going to have to back in TP here if Sylas decides to push the wave. He might not be able to. Ari may walk back to lane regardless. But I think she has to TP there, to be honest.
Yeah, if you don't want to put yourself down on XP, the TP definitely has to come out, I agree. And yeah, you can see it does immediately drop down there. So no harm, no foul there on the farm front for the Ari, but losing a TP, especially when we know the next Drake is coming up fairly soon. That's stop huge. The base.
That's actually huge. I think she might have just rescued
she's going under the turret.
Fair bit.
Yeah,
Stopping
delaying
that base
the
there
base.
is huge. Silas doesn't have TP as well.
Yeah.
That's going to put her an entire wave of XP up. Yeah, good use of the ghost.
Big fight here. Luke is going down.
Oh, Vi's hesitating. And
no. That's so rough for the Vi. No. Double
she's
kill.
used her
4
ult
and
as
0
well.
on Paper Knight. That's so rough. And that's now we got a little bit under 3K lead here for Motorola in this early game. They are looking strong, especially out of that bot lane. Yeah, I agree.
I think here Vi needs to come straight into lane. She sees that her ADC's in trouble. She's already popped the ghost, but she just hesitates. She hesitates, and then she goes in, and then she gets caught. And unfortunately, she does use that ult as well. So that's if you're a PEKARA BRALE fan, that's not what you want to see, really. That's and she is struggling in the jungle. Mismatch is getting a pretty sizable lead now. He is going Leandri, so he is going to go the tank build. So he has lost a lot of my respect. But it's good, so it
okay,
works.
Here we go. So Mismatch there immediately smited that one, knowing that PEKARA BRALE were coming. And just being like, okay, cool, well, you guys aren't going to get 3 of them. So, and now we have a fight on our hands here. That Cho'Gath is going to get smoked. They do get a shutdown here onto the Poppy, which is nice.
That's a pretty big shutdown, yeah. I was going to say, like, her picking up that, obviously the Poppy has secured 4 of the first 7 kills, which is amazing, actually. I'm an advocate for that. But Ahri picking up that shutdown, that's pretty huge, actually.
Yeah, I agree.
And I mean, Vi, I feel like, is the type of champion as well that regardless of how far behind you can get in the game, her ult is always useful. So,
yeah, at worst case scenario, you agree, she is essentially just a TC bot. So, you know, she can throw the ult out, she can throw the Q out, and as long as she hits the correct targets and her team have the damage behind them, then they'll be fine, right? And we get a nice replay here.
That's exactly what her champ's designed to do. And her being behind, but playing that role of a CC bot, allowing her team to get fed.
We have a TP here coming up by Motorola. We see the Silas here. 3 people on Noiboy. Really is he going to be able to get out of this?
But there's no way.
Let's see. No. Well, I mean, he catches Hoy here, but Flash and the ultimate is going to get him to safety. The Janna ult also going to help. Oh, this looks like it might go in favor of PEKARA. We see a shutdown on the Sivir.
It's huge.
And they're going to maybe get the Silas
as well.
Oh, no, never mind. Mismatch makes the dive work.
Played by Mismatch.
What?
That's
triple kill there. That is. Yeah, and now they get to convert it as well, which is super nice. 306 on the Diana. Mismatch is making his personal mission in this game to carry his team through the fights, man. He's doing something. We'll see if Ahri can maybe pick off someone here, though. Easy kill there onto the Poppy. They are gonna lose the Drake. Yeah, forcing the flash. It was the correct play by the Diana, I think. There,
100%,
she gets away. She's gonna continue to build her CS lead as well because she doesn't actually have the base. So, you know, she's got a 40 CS lead right now. Can we just flick the gold over so we can see just how big the gold lead is in the jungle right now? So yeah, 4-6 to 5-8. So it's about 1.2k lead right now. And in terms of other lanes,
you've also got to look at the top lane.
Yeah, for sure. I mean,
patch behind on his build, and Perfect Form is just living life in this top lane at the moment.
Yeah, he's getting to scale, which is tank Jace still a thing? Like the whole Thimble Winter Jace situation. I mean, I assume it is because he's got, or is it is that going to be Manamune then?
Yeah, I imagine so. Yeah, he has got grass,
yeah,
so I guess there is always a potential. But they did nerf the build. Whether or not it's still viable in terms of playing it is another thing. But it did get nerfed, so it's not as strong as it was.
Oh, we see the Rocket Belt come out here, but it's not going to turn into anything. Hoy is going to be able to get a little bit of damage there. And this is the thing, right? With the effective HP for Silas, because he has the ability to heal so much, until someone gets some anti-heal, even though he's on like 40% HP, if he gets his combo off, he's gonna be at like 60 to 70% HP realistically. By the end of it. Oh, we see the engage come out here.
Really, that's so clean. Really, really well played.
Big shutdown.
Yeah, and that's exactly like what you expect, really. The Vi Ahri combo, it's kind of a classic, really. And that there showed exactly why Vi is still hovering
potentially
as well.
baiting him in.
Also,
Hoihoi's going to get shut down. This is Diana wins this. Diana wins this.
Yeah.
Okay.
So Diana's got 2 levels there, and all the Vi actually did there. Oh no!
The clean shot by
that
Perfect Form. Nice, living up to his name right there as we see a dive here go onto the Jinx, and I don't think there's much Jinx can do. They are almost able to secure that kill there. Maybe the Janna. Well. Is Janna going to get it? Or is she going to let him base? Oh, okay. No. Okay, Noiboy still gets the kill. That's actually optimal there for the side of PEKARA, BRALE, I think.
I maybe being able to have thrown up the emote if I was Paper Knight, just in case he didn't get the yeah.
Unfortunate there for him, who is now 4-3-2, but you know, this top lane is going exactly how we said it would in Champ Select, right? The Jace has got an early advantage. He's now built it to like a little under 50 CS lead. And it's looking kind of rough for the show.
Yeah, well, this Cho'Gath has also gone a build which was nerfed last patch as well. So it's kind of a case of, I don't think it's optimal now to go that, especially not into a Jace who's going to probably just shred. This is a really clean kill.
Yeah,
I think this was a bit ambitious to fight a Diana, which is 2 levels up on the Vi. All the Vi did by queuing in there was actually just give Diana more ult damage. So
yeah.
It's looking rough for PEKARA. This is a really nice snipe though.
Yeah, agreed. And then yeah, here we can quickly see this this dive here, which is well executed. I think it's played well on both sides. Like the spacing Noiboy had there was good, but there's just not much he can do. It's one of those ones where at a certain point it's illegal to be in certain zones, you know. And I think in that position it was kind of just illegal for him to be there, and so he got punished for it, even though he played it as well as he could. And we can see the difference here. 1-4-1 on the Jinx.
However, the saving grace there was that obviously they looked for the dive. They got the dive off successfully. Paper Knight on the Poppy then flashed into the bush to not die from the minions. However, didn't give himself enough of a timer between last time Jinx authored him. Yeah. And so instead of like trying to just give the kill to the Janna. Okay, well.
Down from downtown, Perfect Form just smoked him.
Okay, 2-item Diana. This game might be over.
Yeah, it depends on how much they can get from here. So, I mean, they have a 7k gold lead right now, and they're looking comfortable at the minute. And we can see a small fight here. Charm's going to stop the knock-up there by Silas. And we've already... Oh, God. Okay, extended 1v1 here. We've got both Ahri ultimates coming out. It's going to be a kill. That is a solo there for BRALE in the mid lane.
Really nice.
Oh, well.
Yeah, and I mean,
nice
in terms of... Ooh, Paper Knight getting a little bit too big for his boots.
It was way closer than I thought it was going to be fair.
Yeah,
I thought you would assume that a Vi would be able to, under turret, be able to kill the Poppy really easily, but it just didn't look as convincing as I thought it was. And this is sole point here, by the way, for MOTOROLA eSports, they're having a real confidence showing in this game. I'm not going to lie.
Really, really confident. Really good from everyone as well. I don't think anyone's like dropped the ball or anything. I think everyone's just playing so well on the side of MOTOROLA that they're just coming together as a team really nicely. They're connecting where they should in fights. They're getting all the objectives. They're all up in CS besides the mid lane, but Silas is still strong.
Yeah, I was going to say, even despite the fact that he's down in CS and down in the levels, he's still strong and still useful. He's still being proactive. I mean, we literally saw him solo his lane opponent not but like a minute ago, even though he's down. So despite the difference, he's still really strong right now. And there we go. We have a little replay here to see exactly how it went.
They both got the Ahri ult, so she can't run. The only difference is that Silas has got Rocket Belt and his E for another dash. The Ahri just can't get away.
Yeah, there is not much she could do there. And Brain of a Brawl maybe caught out here by Paper Knight.
Just looking to just mess with that Vi a little bit, I think. Hovering for the Atakan and obviously the Silas as well, so...
Yeah, they do have a little bit of a commitment here. I mean, there's 3 members that can move towards Atakan for PEKARA here, so... There's not too... Oh, actually no, 4 even, because you do have the Jinx in the mid lane waiting to potentially move up But it looks like Sivir is going to be allowed to catch the wave there. And
Well,
meanwhile, Jace gets to do Jace
stuff,
things.
like, I can't see a way in which PEKARA can even really contest this Atakan. We see the Infinity Edge picked up on the Sivir. We've got 2 items on Diana as well. It's kind of looking rough for PEKARA. I feel like if MOTOROLA play this game correctly,
maybe Jace is caught out here though. We do.
They've
decided to just.
Ooh, okay,
he is here.
Yeah, and he chose to flash when the Vial was on him as well. So that's going to be a really nice shutdown. But that's going to be Atakan traded.
Oh wait, no, we got a TP here coming out from someone.
This TP is risky.
That is a questionable TP by the Cho'Gath.
That is not the TP you want to be doing. Okay,
you can even see Ari had to plan the ultimate here as well. You get good damage here onto Cookie, almost kill him, but it's not going to be enough. Noiboy tries to make it happen, but it's not going to work. Meanwhile, Brandon LeBron's getting smoked by 3 people, and it is another convincing kill for MOTOROLA Esports. 20 and 8 right now, nearly 10k in the lead, and that's going to be an outcome for them as well.
Well, any redemption they just got off after getting that kill on Jace, I feel was just a little bit eradicated by maybe just trying to force something that wasn't there. Cho'Gath TPing way before his team were getting there, on obviously on vision as well. So
I think
rough, I'll be honest.
Yeah, regardless of the vision part, right? Because there's no way they could know for certain unless there was a pink ward there that it was warded. Just knowing that none of his team were nearby and he still went, I think it was just a poor call. Like he's
100%, no.
He's sitting on 1.5 items right now. Like he's not strong.
Yeah, and they're also contesting each other now. No one's picking up the bot lane. They might be a little bit lost.
They might catch perfect form here. Assault and Battery is going to come out, going to lock him down, and he has no flash. He's going to be dead here. He tries to make a consolation kill there, but
and now another wasted TP.
I don't know what happened there. It was a questionable one for sure, but he caught the wave, you know?
Maybe expecting there to be a fight. It was TPing for her team, but obviously a fight did not break out, and instead the Jace just died.
Yeah, it ends up being total waste there for the RA TP. And
again, we can see they're just bleeding XP in that lane.
For sure. If the Cho'Gath was there, he might actually be able to catch up, but unfortunately not. So yeah, we just get the replay here. We can see just how caught out the Jace is. He does flash after it. He should have known not to do that. I think that I don't think there's a world he gets out. And then here we see as quick as they get given something, they throw it away by immediately TPing down bot and giving up. I think they give away about like 3 kills here, if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
And the only person who gets away is Ari. Yeah.
This match gets a huge ult on the Diana, and they end up picking up like 4 of the team of PEKARA BRALE, and like this game just goes from bad to worse. Like they did get that kill on the Jace, but then the Cho'Gath, I think maybe thought he had Jinx passive and got a little bit excited, and instead of having that buff, just fell. And Mismatch is looking for something here. I don't blame him. Level 16.
Yeah, he's probably the strongest person on the map right now, and I think this is probably going to be a kill here onto this Cho'Gath. He's beefy, but he ain't that beefy. 1v5, there's nothing he can do, and I think that's going to concede the soul here over to
Soul. That's Ocean Soul as well.
That's going to be really rough. I think we've seen a lot of like trades between the two teams where people are ending like they're getting away with like 50-60% HP and then just moving on to farming. And so with the Ocean Soul, those kind of things mean nothing to MOTOROLA Esports. They could take those trades every day of the week and then they just heal back up to full because of the Ocean Soul. So
and
now
they're levels ahead as well. I mean that quite literally. They are all levels ahead.
Literally in every lane, I think, other than the support role. We've got a 2-level lead top. We have a 3-level lead jungle. We have a 1-level lead in the mid, and then we have a 2-level lead in the bot. And the only people who are equal right now are the support, which you don't really care about. They're there for their utility, not for their levels.
it's got to be said that Paper Knight has spent a fair bit of time just trying to be a nuisance to Vi. So
yeah, for sure. We can see here in this fight, we do have a knockout 2-man ultimate by Mismatch, gonna lock down Gross Ambitious and kill him. Brain of LeBron looks like he's gonna get away, and that's gonna be the end of that fight. Meanwhile, we see in the bot lane there is a little bit of a scuffle. Baron call here is a very strong call. Yeah, agreed. They know Vi had the base.
I actually did like the decision for Jace to go for a wave. I think he should be on the top wave here, which looks as though that's where he's going. Potentially looking to block the Jinx ult, but it's already gone through. I think Perfect Form should be going up to the top lane here and pushing in that wave. They knew that Vi was on reset, and even if she turns up, what's she gonna do? I think there was a potential to push that top wave in whilst they did it.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's still fine, right? You know, like they're in a comfortable position. Maybe they don't want to give any freebies away, which I fully understand.
Yeah, I mean, look at the comfortable lead he's got right now. We're talking three and a bit gold difference, 3 and a bit K gold difference. He's also got his third item here. Where you can see he picked the Serpent's Fang, so he's looking to mitigate some of the shielding coming out of the Janna and the Vi. So it's an interesting build. I do believe we've seen Serpent's Fang a couple times in this tournament. Not specifically on Jace, though.
Pretty strong item at the moment. Given that I don't really play AD champions, I don't really buy it, but...
Yeah. From what I mean, I don't see it too often, so I think it's quite underrated, to be honest. The anti-shielding is a very unique kind of thing. There's no item... any other item that does the thing that it does.
No,
you know?
Unfortunately, there used to be AP anti-shield item in the form of Shadow Flame, but they decided to change that to crit. So, it's only really AD that can.
Ari there had to ultimate to get themselves to safety there, and that's going to be a meaningful cooldown if Motorola can force a fight in the next minute or two with that ultimate down. Then Ari can't get anywhere.
However, is sort like so whenever I play against Ari, I kind of go on the basis that it's always up.
Yeah, fair. Yeah, I think after a certain point it is on a low cooldown, so it makes it really difficult.
She is level 15 at the moment, though.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, we can see it's nearly halfway up, but it's looking kind of brutal. Paper Knight flash ultimate here onto Noiboy. Big damage here going to come out. The Jinx is still alive, but can she stay alive for long?
This tank Diana is just not taking
running them down, dude. What can they do? On Fountain as well. The double kill for Shiva. That's got to be game. God damn. Yeah, Hoy is going to live, but
that comes down to Mismatch. Off-roll jungler, and I'll tell you what,
7-0-14.
Such convincing performance.
No, I agree. I think that Diana, I would not be surprised if
that's going to be banned next game, I think.
Yeah, the Diana probably has to get banned next game.